HQ Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a current subscriber, what's up? They're greatly appreciated. Come on in, make yourself at home. You know the routine. This week takes me back to the Hillsbury County Library. For all those who aren't familiar with the channel, they actually sell their movies there, $1 a piece. Some I've gotten straight out the wrapper. On top of that, I have this classic 70s Saturday morning show, an out-of-print Mill Creek Sci-Fi, my 3D pick for the week, my classic pick for the week. So I have some bangers in here. But before I get into what I picked up, not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these weird, wild individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, I like to share some of the things I've watched, either streaming on the Fire Stick, actual physical media, or live in the theater with my family. And I'm going to kick it off with some physical media. This is the 2008 horror thriller. This is from the After Dark Horror Fest series. This is Broken. The Broken. This was directed and written by Sean Ellis, produced by Eve Chevalier. This stars Lena Headey, Ulrich Thompson, Melville Paupaud, Michelle Duncan, Asher Newman. The plot behind this: the life of a successful radiologist spirals out of control when she sees the spitting image of herself driving down a London street. While attempting to uncover who the imposter could be, she stumbles into a terrifying mystery that her family and closest friends are somehow involved in, leaving her with no one to trust. Very, very slow movie. The movie's 88 minutes. I don't think it really starts picking up till about 40, 50 minutes to the movie though. But if you're patient with that, has a great storyline, great twist. It seems more like a suspense thriller. The horror aspect gets right at the end, and the ending's a little complex. It makes you think, is this like, okay, is it this way or is it that way? So great low budget horror film. If you're familiar with the After Dark Horror Fest series, they always come out with some great movies. To me, they're like the original Shudder. So if you like that type of horror movie, definitely check out The Broken. My next film is a 2012 comedy thriller, Breathless. This was directed and written by Jesse Baggett, produced by Griffiths Carter. This stars Gina Gershon, Val Kilmer, Kelly Giddish, Ray Liotta, Wayne Duvall. The plot behind this: Lorna is a strong-willed Texas woman who's had enough of her untrustworthy husband, Dale's criminal acts, and lack of husbandry. Fed up, she enlists the help of her old friend, Tiny, to help her figure out what to do with Dale after his latest double-crossing involving the theft of $100,000 from a bank. And this is an interesting film. This is actually part of a 4-pack Anchor Bay film that I picked up from Hamilton Books. I think the majority of the movie takes place in the trailer, and it looks like it almost could be a play. And it's dark black humor. Val Kilmer has a brief part, so does Ray Liotta. It's mostly Gina Gershon and Kelly Giddish. And just basically it's dialogue and acting. And they do a decent job of carrying it along. It's a 92-minute movie though, but it goes by quite quickly. And it's entertaining, it's funny. It's not hilarious, but it's dark comedy, kind of dark, deadpan, trailer park humor. And again, yeah, Val Kilmer and Ray Liotta in there also. So if you like that kind of dark humor, deadpan humor, you'll like Breathless. My next film is a 2022 American horror thriller film, Margaux. This is directed by Stephen C. Miller, written by Chris Beyruti. This stars Madison Pettis, Vanessa Morgan, Jedediah Goodacre. The plot behind this: a group of college friends plan to stay at a smart house powered by an artificial intelligence called Margaux. And this isn't a new concept. When I think of this, I think of 2001 Space Odyssey, when you have, was it HAL? I can't remember the name of the AI taking over the ship, or when you have Alien, when you have the artificial human taking over the ship. Um, it's that same kind of concept, except with more kind of a horror slasher element to it, with a little bit more high technology since we are in the age of artificial intelligence as opposed to when 2001 Space Odyssey came out. So it's a fun sci-fi slasher horror with little twist at the end. So using a old storyline with kind of a new twist. So they did a decent job. Margaux. My last film is a 2025 action thriller, Jade. This was directed and written by James Bamford, produced by Tanaz Anasi. This stars Shina West, not China, but Shina West, Catherine McNamara, Mickey Rourke, Mark Dacascos, Lean Mean, Keith Jardine, if you're an old UFC fan, old, not recent, Stephen Michael, Quezada, Marcus Aurelio, Chris Bruno, and these are all the names I can recognize. But the plot behind this, Jade presents a story of a woman who's come between a powerful businessman and a gang leader in their search for a hard drive that can damage the operations of Interpol. Despite grieving the brother she accidentally killed, the woman is required to use her unique set of skills to retrieve the drive and protect her brother's unborn child being carried by another woman. And I actually saw this movie in a trailer. So glad I did it. It presents as a low budget action movie, which it is though, but great soundtrack. To me, it has kind of a grindhouse feel to it. The star, who they don't give top billing, I think she's like the last person named, Shina West, excellent femme fatale. She's athletic. I believe she is a martial artist by nature. I looked her up. There's not a lot of information on her, so this could be her first movie though. But she moves and fights so well. The scenes are choreographed so well. That's one of my big complaints when you have these action movies with a female lead. A lot of the times the fight scenes are just so. They look staged. They don't look real. They look like they've been working out doing Billy Blake's Tybo for the past 6 months. They're in shape, but it doesn't look natural. This Shina West, she looks like she's about that life. She moves well. If this is her first movie, I'll give her somewhat a pass on the acting, though. That can come with lessons, though. But I would love to see more of her in action movies. I could possibly see her being in an Avenger or a Marvel or DC movie. And just the movie had just a great feel to it. After watching it, I was just happy with the action, the comic book kind of layout. They have, for example, she kills someone in a scene and it has fatality all of a sudden splattered on the wall, kind of like a Mortal Kombat fight scene. So it has that comic book effect, plus a very decent storyline, which I didn't expect, with a couple twists at the end. So if you like that low budget grindhouse martial arts femme fatale black exploitation movie without the exploitation, more kind of female empowerment kind of movie with some great fight scenes, definitely check out Jade. Now that's what I watch for the week. Without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink, have a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video. We're back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. Have my pickups here from the Hillsborough Library. Have my 3D pick for the week. Have Shout Factory Select and out of print Mill Creek. Have this very rare 70s Saturday morning Sid and Marty Krofft show on DVD. So I have some bangers in here. Let me get these situated and we'll get right into it. Hold on. I'm going to kick it off with what I picked up at the library. I actually picked up 2 movies. This is the first one. Now, I have Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, the first 2. I have those on a double Blu-ray, but I didn't have the third one, which I've never seen. I'm a little bit of a completionist. It looks pretty corny, though, but I didn't have Ace Ventura Jr., Pet Detective. So I didn't have that one. So adding that to the collection, I believe this is the, okay, so this is the original. This is the second and the third. And this is a Warner Brothers release. Next, I had the VHS of this, and I copied the VHS to a DVD. I believe the VHS was dubbed in English. I'm not positive. This one, I think, is actually in German with English subtitles. By the way, this is my Wesley Snipes, aka the Real Blade, my Billy Bob Thornton Sling Blade. So it is like a German comedy. Advertising rules. This is a Columbia House, Columbia Pictures, Columbia TriStar Pictures release. Let me give you a little slice. There you go. Advertising rules. And I haven't seen this in years. Don't remember what this is about. Next, I mentioned this in one of the movies I watched for the week. This is a classic 80s? Yeah, 85 sci-fi family movie, River Phoenix, the late River Phoenix, Ethan Hawke, and Explorers. This is a Shout Factory Select. This Shout Factory. You have the film on this and the theatrical cut. I guess this is the director's cut. And you have the original artwork on the back with the very nice slipcover here. Explorers. Next, this early 80s, late 70s. No, this is actually 90s. We have the late Rowdy Roddy Piper, Robert Davi, Ralph Muller, and they don't mention him in here, but he has a big part. Larry B. Scott, you might know him. He was the Black Nerd in Revenge of the Nerds. And I say 80 because it has a kind of an 80s feel to it, even though it's 97. I don't know. That's Larry B. Scott right there. The Bad Pack. And this is a massacre video. So I've never heard of them. Nice, sturdy slip cover here. Bad Pack. My Kino Lorber pick for the week, we have Burt Reynolds, Susan Clark, and Skullduggery. This is kind of a sci-fi comedy where they kind of find this missing link tribe of beings. So not a bad watch though. This is from 1970, Skullduggery. My rare out of print, Mill Creek. My science project, John Stockwell, Dennis Hopper, Fisher Stevens, Danielle von Zernick. And there's also a Kino version of this also, which is also out of print, but I was able to get this, I think, really decent, like 14, 15 bucks. So very fun 80s sci-fi movies. This is, what year did this come out in? It wasn't 2016, I think it was somewhere in the 80s. I'll tell you in a second. My science project, Mill Creek. My rare out of print, Sid and Marty Krofft Saturday Show, Electra Woman and Dinah Girl. This is really corny. Special effects do not hold up, but that's kind of the charm of a lot of these 70s Saturday morning shows. This is kind of on the same vein of ISIS, Shazam live series. It was quite a few live action Saturday morning shows. This is one of them, Electra Woman and Dinah Girl. And I don't know who released this. It says YouTube Beyond. Next, for my classic pick, I got from the library, Best of Uptown Comics. You have a very young Dave Chappelle, Sinbad, of course, before he had a stroke. I think it was like 21 years ago. Wanda Sykes, Bruce, Just for Laughs. And this is an Image Entertainment release. Image has a lot of independent, kind of low budget movies though, but some decent ones. The Uptown Comics. And lastly, my 3D pick for the week, Absent Mirror. But you'll notice some of the voices here. Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, of course, Christian Slater, Tim Curry, and Tom Kenny, who I'm not familiar with. Oh, SpongeBob. So I haven't had a look at this yet, though. Usually animation, if they're worth anything, they can do a pretty decent job of animation in 3D. And this is my library internet out of print pickup for the week. If you're familiar with the channel, this is where I separate the art from the plastic and the disc so I can make room. At least one of these is gonna make the shelf, so let me get these situated and get you good people on your way. Hold on. I have everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. C is in Cadillac Man, L is in Lake Placid, Z is in Zero Dark 30. Let's knock this out. Oh, I did have to put in Bad Pack manually because some reason it didn't have a barcode. I have everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made this far in the video, smash a like, give me the big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go and subscribe. Make sure you check out my Saturday collection video every Saturday, same place, same time. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone, please be safe. Deuces.